Anyway, customer brought his car in from New York, and we got some goodies in the back. Kyle, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, I guess so.
Since it's usually Eric.
Dirty gloves, looking like a used condom.
Ooh.
Oh my God, my favorite.
What kind are those?
Oh my God.
Peach iced tea.
I would have liked to get these in the fridge last night.
Yeah.
Where are they? Kona blend?
Kona blend, never had them.
Me neither.
Well, Jack Link's jerky. What flavor are these?
Peach iced tea.
Oh my God, it gave me an intake manifold. Fuck yeah, dude.
For that 6.0 gun over there.
6.0. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
You have a guess, Matt? You're gonna steal Eric's?
472.
It's got a Haltech
Oh fuck, it does have a Haltech. 500.
and stock manifolds.
500 each.
I'll go 487. Taking that one. I think it was rich too. Like 10.6. Strong guy.
Stage 4 with a clutch.
Monster
And a catch can and muffler mod too, I believe.
The flap.
You take the insulation out and then we essentially make it louder. Just take the baffling out essentially is what we're doing.
Okay.
So yeah, it's that. I'm about to do the clutch now. I'm just taking the intake off to get the
Valve covers or no?
no, I don't believe so.
It'll come up in a week. Don't worry.
It's the only thing that's missing. So yeah,
Intake?
I'll be doing the clutch. It's got a Haltech on it, so he's keeping that. I
Okay.
believe. Yeah, you know, headers, normal stuff.
Okay.
So I was gonna take the intake off now. Just take it off anyway, and just gonna get the bolt, top bell housing bolt. Then I'll rip the S end out, and then get the rest of the clutch done today.
Monster triple, right?
Correct the mundo.
Nice.
Should have seen the fiasco to get the tack rating on that C8.
I can only imagine. What happened?
I guess you haven't seen the, I'm not sure you've seen the engine bay on those like, pictures or anything, but the coils, it's an LT engine, but the coils are located, you can see them underneath, they're located underneath, in between the oil pan and the manifolds, since the manifolds go up instead of down. So, you can't, they're not on the valve cover anymore. So, to get to the tack signal, you need to go underneath and run it. This thing's going crazy
It's
again.
okay. I'm making it do it.
So yeah, it was interesting.
That's pretty funny. Now, is it the same wheelbase as any
So
other?
I looked it up before so I could try and guess it. But it's close to like an ATSV's wheelbase.
Really?
Yeah. It's only like an inch or so off with
Nice.
that. So
Longer, I assume?
yes. No, shorter.
Really?
Yes. I don't know. I forget. You can go look at it. We put a mark on it.
Did you?
Yeah. Which means we're
pretty
getting
cool.
more of them, right? Dyno must means we get more.
Means we're getting them. I'm at.
Matt's got a overboost over there.
I can tell. How many energy drinks have you had today?
0.
That McDonald's did you good.
He's high on life right now.
Oh.
You see the sun outside. It's a beautiful day.
Did you bring the bike today?
No.
Yeah, a little too
Oh,
cold?
it's cold this morning.
Yeah, it was a little chilly this morning. I had to fix some stuff up.
Gotcha.
Tomorrow.
Friday for sure.
Oh yeah, tomorrow and Friday it's gonna be on.
Well, in the later model ones, they changed the plug style, and it makes it less room for you to squeeze this brake booster hose off. Come on, baby. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da!
Some clean exhaust tips.
The annoying part about these mufflers.
What's that?
Or the air suffering to get them out.
Gotta do a little twisty twist.
Yeah.
What do you got going on down here, Kyle? Kyle Cakes.
I'm just not gonna respond to that.
Did you get the clip out?
I did. One more little clip I gotta get. Oh wait, what? What?
You got something interesting going on up there?
I mean, this has been apart 100%. I don't know why, but someone's had this out before.
What exactly what harness are you taking out?
All of it. There's big sensors in the bag. One's for trans, for diff. All of them.
Sounds just like a bunch of check engine lights to me.
All of them. No, not all of them. Most ABS lights. Trans
Those
ones.
two.
Trans ones would.
Just sounds like a lit up dash. Man, this is like my least favorite thing about Corvettes.
What?
Rocker paddles just collect rocks.
What's my least favorite part about Corvettes?
What's your least favorite part?
Radiator.
Yeah?
I hate messing with, and the steering rack. I hate messing with the front end.
Mine's more cosmetic, yours is more mechanical, but
And the fact you can hear every f***ing pebble, rock, wood chip hit this thing going down the road. Oh my god. I'd go insane.
what are you doing?
Put the torque tube back up.
Oh. Let me
Put
squeeze
the clutch in
under you.
yesterday.
It's nice having
KP, 6 shots.
trying to get my mat knees up.
Nah, you don't want his knees.
I know, it's a joke.
He doesn't want his knees.
I know. He's like a 90-year-old man.
Jeez, you want a bigger coffee, KP? Holy hell.
It's a venti, bro.
What was that, 32?
No, it's 26 or 28.
26?
Yeah.
You don't think that's 26.
It's a 28. Hey man, why you gotta be knocking my coffee like that?
5 pumps? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's all the sugar it's in it. I got almond milk, light ice, 5 pumps of caramel.
Man.
That's not that bad. Well, that's the Starbucks order of a lifetime. Triple shot of espresso. Thank you to Shelly for that guy. It's a venti. I don't know how many ounces are in it. Who cares? It's a coffee. Coffee. I got some coffee.
What, from Chicago or something?
Sure. Coffee. You're just buttoning things up, the plugins and. Oh, I see. I'm picking it up. You're literally putting things down.
Yeah. Just like that.
Huh?
Just like that.
I thought you said it's bent.
What's bent? You had 5 pumps, I'll tell you that.
06.
Eric is welding up my last muffler.
You can't weld?
For the muffler mod? No, unfortunately I can't. I'd love to learn. So yeah, he's welding up the last muffler.
I don't think there's anything you can't learn on YouTube. Honest to God.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna waste a bunch of material back there.
You
Just
can buy the
learning to
material
weld.
and use it. Anyway,
So yeah, doing that. Then I'll put the mufflers back up in there. For right now, I'll probably do everything else. I'll put the shield back up, put the tunnel. I gotta hook up the cooler lines, then just like clutch lines, stuff like that. While it should only take a couple more minutes, and then I'll put the interior back together, and then move on to the engine stuff. So, have the heads off today. Probably have the new cam in today.
I won't be here this afternoon.
Yeah, but another
Sorry, I'm
cam
gonna
shot
miss
you're
your
gonna
cam
miss.
job.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're a part-timer, you know?
Yeah, it
Can't-
happens when you're a full-time mom, part-time worker. Hi, Kyle Cakes. Kyle Kardashian.
gonna respond to that, so.
Kyle Kardashian.
I'll respond to that one. That's my
Kyle
thing.
San Diego.
I'd love to be in San Diego. Don't want
It's
to
like
pay to live.
Carmen San Diego. Are you old enough for that?
Don't want to pay to live in San Diego, but I'd love the weather in San Diego.
Is that a rain a lot there?
Is it who?
Is that a rain in San Diego a lot?
I don't live there. I know it's pretty warm all year round.
Okay, no deets.
Putting the front cover back on.
Okay. Saw you were cleaning that off.
And I'll put the rack back in and all that just lovely stuff. And then lifters back in, heads back on, exhaust, this.
So what are you
and
gonna do in the
that,
next half
this
hour?
And that. Front cover, rack, all that stuff.
In the next half hour?
And that's what I'll be working on. That's what I'm gonna dabble, do ya?
Your light is right in my view.
Yeah, well, I kind of need that.
I know.
So I'm just,
Hey Kyle, remember when I told you about coolant exploding? Looks like you opened it up when it was a little bit hot, eh?
No, that was when I tore the head off and it leaked a little coal on there.
Oh. Touche.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like me so much, because I couldn't imagine if you didn't.
KP worried.
You can't reuse a nickname.
It's not reusing it if you're still worried.
Yeah, but you called somebody else worried.
And they called somebody else worried before him.
You just know you'll be getting fired soon. So try to be nice.
And then you guys will have to deal with somebody completely new.
Yep. I mean, what else? I mean, we're used to it by now.
And then we'll make them quit. What up? It's a lot of up and down. A lot of up and down.
Talking up and down.
Yeah, it's Friday. It's a great day to be alive. Sun's out.
Guns out.
Well, it's a great day to be alive if you're not mad.
What?
It's a great day to be alive if you're not mad.
That bolt. Right. Where is it? Where
Now
is
you're
it?
in my way. You're just touching it.
I know. And then you made me move.
Because I got to put it in.
Kyle, there are some serious innuendos happening today.
Right out of the gutter. That's all I can tell you. I need to invest in those swivel sockets that are like all one thing and they're really shallow. It'd be perfect for this because I can go up and under instead of doing this by hand.
Who makes them?
I I mean, a lot of people do, but I'm sure Snap-on would charge like $300 for
Yeah, I'm
one.
sure Harbor Freight probably has it for $9.99.
Probably explode a million different pieces the first time I took an impact gun to it.
Well, don't take an impact onto
Well,
it.
I'm trying to be, you know,
Conscious of your time?
Yeah. That was one bolt all the way. There we go.
Okay, thank God.
Cleaning the bottom off.
Holy shit. I'll report back. Hold on. This got basically our full stage 3 kit. So full, you know, heads cam package, 2-inch American Racing headers, but customer already had the Haltech air intake and an MSD intake manifold. And then we did a Nick Williams 103 throttle body. We did the muffler mod. We did a Monster LT1S triple. We did a catch can. And that's it. And this thing just made 665, 571 on the first pull. I mean, that is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Good ridiculous. But that's a lot of power. That's just a lot of power. I don't really know what to say about that, but this thing is going to be stout. I don't know how much more it'll make. Tune was pretty close. It got a little bit of knock, which I'm going to try and clean up now. I'm just going to play with fueling. I'm actually going to leave timing where it's at. See if the knock goes away when I play with the fueling a little bit. It may. $669, $573. I mean, that's insane. Honestly insane. I'm actually adding, timing was way better there. It barely got any knock, like 0.4 at one of the spots. So I'll just leave that in. I'm actually adding 2% more fuel across the whole board, and it'll probably get rid of the knock in reality. See if we can make 670. I'll let this thing do a little cool down and then do a final pull. Might not even really need much of a cool down in reality because I only made a few pulls, but I'll let it cool for a few minutes. $671, $574. I mean, that's insane. And for everyone that doesn't believe me, like how much timing I have in these things, here's the data log, 20.5. I don't know if you can see that. If you can't, get glasses or something, I have no idea. But that's what I got in it. That's insane. I'm gonna let this thing cool for a few minutes and do a final pull. Forgot this thing too, since we generally, on a stage 3 car, we don't do injectors. We weren't sure what it was going to make because it was like not a combo that we normally do with the Haltech and the unported MSD with a 103. So we told the customer, like, we'll see what it makes and kind of go from there, but you may need injectors. And it's safe to say that it needs injectors. So, I mean, it's at 95%. Like, I can still control fuel and shit, but on like a cold day, if it starts making a little bit more power or something, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not going lean or anything now, but it is what it is. So we'll see what the customer wants to do. And I'm just doing a cold pull and see what it does with the stock injectors and see how far they're pushed and then kind of go from there. $672, 574. Injectors are at 94%. I don't care either way. I think we'll leave it up to the customer. Bill's gonna email him and see what he wants to do. I mean, obviously I'd feel safer if the duty cycle was at like 70% versus 95%, but I don't think it will hurt anything where it's at, simply because fueling is okay. It's not like I'm like manipulating it to like try and have more fuel where I can't control it or anything. I'm still fully in control of it, so we'll see. But if not, 672, 574 is ridiculous. All right, it is now the next day. We threw some injectors in it this morning just so we're safe on this thing. So I just gotta clean up the fueling and see where we're at. Should be pretty close. It should really only need 1 or 2 pulls. Just make sure air fuel's good, and then this thing will be done. Pretty much dead on there. It was just a tad richer, which I'm gonna take 2% out, but isn't bad for a full injector change. I mean, data was obviously pretty close, so probably do 1 more pull, and then this thing will be done. This thing's done. It's making basically the same power. I mean, the highest it made yesterday was 672. It just made 667 there. Dunzo. I was gonna say it right now, but I was like that's the new shot. Like it's creative or something.
Hey Matt, in reality, how long do you think it's gonna take you to get this blower off?
In actual reality?
In like reality.
About 39 minutes.
Then what are you gonna do for the rest of the day after that?
I'll take my lunch break.
That'll be an hour. In reality, it's exactly an hour.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, like, I'm kind of in vacation mode, and I'm just... It's called Good Evening Ranch. I actually do a lot of horse riding stuff, but I think their main...
You gotta find a girlfriend out there?
Well,
Bar hand or something?
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna be in trouble out there. We're gonna have a mullet.
Are you getting it shaped up tonight?
Tonight.
And we're not gonna see it?
Nope.
You're gonna have to Snapchat it. Who's doing it?
Well, my cousin...
Does she do hair?
Yeah, but she does girls' hair, and she's not the best with clippers, but I think the girl TK who owns the hair salon is not bad, and she'll be there too, so...
Oh, you're going to the salon?
Yeah.
Yeah, to get that mullet shaped up.
I know.
I'm impressed. I can't believe he's actually doing it.
Sick, dude. I can't wait to see it.
Did anybody say what this car is getting done to it yet? Do you know?
It says stage 4, so stock blower reported by Kong. Cam. I'm not sure if it's getting heads or not. Probably not.
Is it manual?
Auto. So fuel system met. Cam.
Hopefully it shoots flames.
Should. Headers.
I've yet to have a car on the dyno that I have filmed shoot some flames. This thing looks brand new.
It is.
How many miles does it have on it?
2,000 maybe? To 22.
I see you got most of this torn apart already.
Yeah, getting there. Big hole.
Clean. You're welcome. Kyle, wrap cakes over there. Look at that. I got that on film. I got that little flip
Kyle,
on film.
flip a light. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Man. I think I got the tail end of it on film.
Slow-mo.
I got the tail end of the mullet on film.
Light would be like,
Sick
I forgot why I just walked to my toolbox 3 feet away from me.
Okay. Woo! Got him! He's a splasher.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go do a wrench after that splash down. Call me Splash Mountain. King of Splash, if you know what I mean.
Did you say Splash Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he said, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well done. So I have a question. Usually you take engines out to do stuff. Why did you decide to keep this engine in?
That is a great question there, Gerald.
Are you regretting keeping it in?
No. There was a reason, I'm just trying to think of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, that too. I had them mixed up. I left the last one in too. This one's getting a 8-speed TCM in a bracket, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to just do it through the wheel well. That's why.
Okay.
And I really had no real need to take it out on this one. It wasn't really gonna benefit too much. And here we go, wiping the surface clean.
So the clean surface is clean.
And nice. We need a nice clean surface.
Matt, you gonna start belly dancing soon?
Should I?
I don't know, man. You got a belly shirt on. Where's the rest of your shirt?
I don't know, if he shows that belly and those muscles, you know, he should be
Here we go.
really get him
I mean,
going.
larges
Look at
just
it.
don't do it for me anymore.
They're so short.
That's why I like wearing my extra large Frankenstein shirts. They just fit better. Got a clean surface here. We got 2 clean surfaces about to surface each other together.
Red Tag Ricky is the jam.
If the tag is red,
It's for sale.
it's for sale. Yard sale.
What did it say? Oh, man.
Can you like say something so it's not quietly awkward? Awkwardly quiet.
Right now I am reinstalling the serpentine belt. Should slide the headers up in this jump before I forget and it gets all buried. Already just basically did that. It's sick. Usually like to put them on before the water pump.
Nicely gapped spark plugs.
Yeah, you know, get gapped. I guess I'll throw this valve cover on this side. I think I'll leave that side out of my way for now.
That place is
For
fantastic.
that.
Great place.
Just because
Head over to Johnny tonight.
I want to figure out where to mount the fuel pressure regulator, and it's going to be in that corner somewhere. Just finishing up the meth wiring. Come on out from under here.
I think I'm just gonna stay under there for now.
I think these are going over yonder. Going over yonder.
Why are you not doing the other ground wire?
I'm just labeling this one because I know it's for my hob switch, and this one just gets grounded.
Oh, okay.
Since they're both black, I don't want to get
Gotcha.
off.
What is a
finished.
hop switch?
So the hob switch is what controls the signal to the auxiliary fuel pump relay. The hob switch is a boost sensor. So when it reaches like 3.5 pounds of boost, it'll ground the relay, which will send power to the Holly fuel pump.
Just putting the P3 gauge in right now.
Yeah, that's it for this guy.
And then she's done.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Why are you so angry?
I've never had one of these fight me so much coming off.
Maybe it's your attitude.
Maybe they started gluing them. Yeah, don't trip.
See you next fall. Be careful.
It's banana sweet. One wire down.
10 more to go.
3. But
Same
close.
thing. The AEM is just plug and play, and this P3 gauge is a lot more cutting and placing, correct?
Well, AEM stopped making the failsafe gauge, which wasn't plug and play, but it was just
Simple.
a standalone unit. This utilizes the factory CAN bus to read data, which is great because it reads anything, you know, the factory data log reads. Well, not fuel trims and but it'll read intake air temps and boost and vacuum levels. And so that's what I'm doing now, is splicing into the factory CAN bus.
This is a really stupid question. This is like probably the stupidest question I've asked in a long time. What is a CAN bus?
That's not a stupid question at all. A CAN bus is basically a 5-volt loop.
For electrical.
Yeah, that
Okay.
transfers data from every module in the car.
Okay. So it's basically like everybody getting on one bus and driving to the same place. It's just a bunch of different people.
It's like, yeah, it's like picking up people at bus stops.
So CAN bus. Is it short for something, or is that literally what it's... I'm getting really technical now. I just need to know the reasons why.
You're pushing things I learned like 30 years ago now.
But that's a good explanation. I thought it was a stupid question. Turns out it's not.
No, it's not a stupid question.
You're not just going to electrical tape that together and call it a day?
Mm-mm.
Terrible. Terrible.
It's a 22 Camaro, 2,500 miles. Came from Florida and got our full stage 4. So basically our full cam package, the lower balancer, 2-inch American Racing headers, Rotofab, Big Gulp, Nick Williams 103, our fuel system, ported blower, a mess system, P3 gauge with wideband and E and all that stuff, and then transport. I'm gonna guess that this thing will make 850 on E, since this is a 10-speed. I'll do the dyno pulls in 6th gear. First pull. I mean, that was a pretty good first pull. Air fuel was pretty damn close, so I'm guessing meth was set good. We made 804, 732 torque, no knock. Made 15 pounds of boost. I only revved it to like 6,300, so I'm just gonna actually make another one back to back. Yeah, it seemed to be. Air fuel was pretty damn good for, I mean, that was my base tune. I didn't touch anything, so 812 on pump. Right. It's Monday. I don't know where we left off, but this thing made like 15 or something on the second pull on pump gas, so pretty stout. I think I said it would make 850 on E, so it'll definitely make that. I'm gonna make a cold pull right now on pump and then add some E. For some reason the numbers are small on the dyno, but I think it made 827, which is sick. Yeah, I'm gonna I'll report back what it made, but I'm gonna dump some E in this thing. All right, dump some E in. It's got 36% in it. See where we're at. A 41 that pull. All right, we are 49% E right now. I put another 5 gallons in, so we have 10 gallons total. It's almost a full tank. So this will probably be as much as we're gonna get E wise. .51 there, and it's hot because I've been making pull after pull on this thing. 53. I'm gonna let this thing cool for a little bit, and then we'll get back. Damn, 871 on 16 pounds. That's ridiculous. I don't speak ridiculous. That's stout. I'm gonna leave that. That's more than I thought it would make. And on less E, it's on 49% E, 48%. Duty cycle still got a little bit to go, so you could probably run like 60% E in this thing. It's stout. I'm gonna do some trans, and then that's it. All right. Some transmission tuning. So dyno pulling 6 gears, so I'll do a 4, 5, 6. It's on a stock tire, so. A little bit of adjusting on that. Okay, let's try this again. Good. It shifted into 7th a little early, so I'll correct that. But other than that, this thing's ready to rock.